So, I know you saw the title when you clicked on the video. I want to talk about my return to Overwatch, my overall experience, how unsatisfied I am, a couple of tiny little places where there have been some improvement, the overall thought process of where the game is now, where it's hopefully going. I mean, lots of things I'm going to talk about in this video. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I definitely got some stuff that I want to get out into the open. So here's a quick update for anyone who may not know, or someone who may have been playing other games, because honestly, I don't blame you for getting off Overwatch for a while. If you were playing Marvel Rivals, all of these are very much respectable and understandable reasons why you would not know what's going on with this game. Long story short, the devs came out with a big, huge update for Season 15 a couple days prior to the actual release of Season 15. Long story short, they're getting desperate. I made this statement and claim in many videos prior to Rivals releasing, saying that this is exactly what was going to happen, and here we are. Some other Overwatch content creators were kind of on the fence about it, saying they don't know, or, Rivals isn't going to do what, some people are saying that was going to happen, but it happened. Anyway, right? So the big update consists of many things that were taken away when Overwatch 2 released that nobody wanted to have taken away. Things like the player borders, for example, those are returning. There's a slight tweak to them. I don't know why they just didn't bring the original style back, where it's based on your overall account level. It literally was just fine the way it is, but it's based off your rank now. Okay, I guess. Loot boxes are back in the game now, which, once again, that's probably going to be a topic for a different video, but the only real thing I want to mention about the loot boxes is that I understand that there are discussions and arguments to loot boxes were, XYZ thing, or, they weren't doing XYZ thing. I'm very much aware of both sides of the conversation surrounding that. However, Overwatch 2 as a release title is very unrewarding to play, unfulfilling. Doesn't really hit any of the check boxes that a free-to-play title needs to hit in order to be successful. So the implementation of the loot boxes returning is definitely what the game needed. But like I said, Blizzard's getting desperate here. There's a new game mode coming out. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw the quick little snippet of this game mode, it kind of looked like a Hero of the Storm 2 remix, 2.0, I don't know. Very much gives me the Hero of the Storm vibes. Meets Deadlock, something along those lines. One of the larger bullet points were the perks that are essentially things that you can unlock during mid-game. They released it for not just quick play, but it also dropped in rank day 1 of Season 15 dropping, which was surprising to me. Nonetheless, 6v6 is going to be brought to ranked midway through the season, I believe. I did not know it was going to be mid-season. I might have missed something in their presentation, or maybe in a dialogue or something like that. So that might have been my mistake or whatnot, setting myself up for disappointment right off the bat. But there's a couple other little things sprinkled in there. But overall, that's the huge update and whatnot. And so that brought me back to the game, and I'm going to be covering the game from here on out. And yeah, I guess let's just jump into it, I guess. So starting off with my overall experience coming back to the game. So I'm probably going to be saying something that a lot of you might be saying, where I actually removed Overwatch from my computer. I actually deleted it December 4th, 2024. That's 2 days before Rivals was released to us. I have not played Overwatch, or I'm sorry, I hadn't played Overwatch until the day of Season 15 for Overwatch releasing to all of us. So that's give or take 2 months, something like that. I don't feel like looking at a calendar and figuring out what it is. Long story short, it's a decent amount of time, to definitely cleanse the palate, cleanse yourself of all the things that this game does that really irks me, and I know it irks a lot of other people's nerves. The list is long, right? Anyway, so I come back and I jump into QP. I take a quick peek at the Battle Pass. There's a separate video of that, so I'm not going to really touch on that too much. That's going to be a whole nother deal. I talked about how awful the Battle Pass is, and then I am going to do another video probably in another week or so about things that the Battle Pass really needs going forward, because the Battle Pass is It's on the bottom tier of whatever list you want to use to compare it to any other battle passes and many of the other free-to-play games like Fortnite, the finals, Rocket League, etc., etc., etc. The battle pass is highly disrespectful to everyone's time who plays this game, who continues to play this game and tries to support this game and the development team with it. And it's kind of wild to me that we haven't just completely gone on strike with this battle pass or whatever. But anyway, right? Different video, different time, right? So I got on to Overwatch, booted it up, saw the quick little intro video, yada yada, you know, rank reset, the perks, you know, just kind of hitting on the bullet points of what I was saying. So I hopped into a game, played a match, used some perks, and it's still Overwatch. You know, it's 5v5, right? You guys already know my take on that. 5v5 is a terrible formula. Never should have changed from 6v6. But the perks are, there's clear winners, there's clear not winners, there's some that are interesting, there's a couple that are goofy, and there's some that are absolutely perks that were just thrown in as filler because they either ran out of ideas, ran out of time, or maybe both of those, whatever it is. So if you are somebody who's on the fence about coming back to Overwatch because you saw the perks being released, I would tell you to wait until the 6v6 comes out and then come back. Because right now, in its current state, it is just Overwatch with extra steps. And I don't mean Overwatch 2, I mean Overwatch. The updates that we were given with the announcement, we are going backwards here in terms of things that were done when Overwatch 2 was released compared to where we are now. So we've got the loot boxes now, we've got the player profiles now, right? These are all Overwatch 1 things, and there's obviously a lot of other Overwatch 1 things that we could definitely have, right? And I've talked about that in another video, and I'll probably make an updated video on that here not too long from now. But right now, Overwatch 2 is literally just Overwatch. At this point, I don't even know why we call it Overwatch 2, because we're basically at Overwatch 1.5, and if they continue on, it's just going to be Overwatch. So just drop the 2. It's just Overwatch at this point. Anyway, so if you're on the fence about it, wait until 6v6. I'm really looking forward to that, but like I said, I must have missed something, and so when I hopped on, I was very disappointed to see that that's not there. So in terms of the overall update and where the game is going right now, I will still play it casually. I'm going to start making content for it, like I said earlier, but I don't really want to deep dive into it further until the 6v6 is released, honestly. Because right now, like I said earlier, it's just Overwatch. It's basically Overwatch 2 before I took my hiatus. It's exactly the same. There's a couple perks thrown in there, you know, to try to spice things up. You know, Blizzard's half-assed attempt at, you know, trying to spice up the game or whatever it was, and yada yada. But if you were a fan of the 5v5 formula, either you jumped on the bandwagon late and you started playing Overwatch when Overwatch 2 came out, or, you know, you just genuinely like the 5v5 formula for some reason, then you're going to have fun with this game. But if you're someone who prefers the 6v6 formula, such as myself, if you're one of the OGs, right, back from the original Overwatch release, and you want 6v6 back, you know, 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 supports, that's not here yet. So right now it's still just infuriating cash grab skins in the shop, unbelievably mid balancing in this game. It's also here. So for anyone who is in a similar situation to me and you jumped back onto the game because you saw the release coming for season 15 with all the updates, all the changes and stuff like that, down in the comments, let me know what you guys think in terms of where, like, your overall experience is up to this point. If it's similar to mine, if it's completely different. It's okay to have different viewpoints. I think that's something that the community really needs to work on in terms of, you know, some may like this, some may like that, or whatever it is. I think it's okay. Let's just be a little bit more civil about how we go about having these discussions, if you will. But I definitely want to hear if I'm on my own on this hill. I don't think I am. Or, you know, fill in the gaps. Let me know what's up and go from there. Anyway, so moving on. as of right now, I'm actually pretty disappointed for Overwatch 2 and where it is currently. First of all, Season 15 has a new weapon skin, the Galaxy skin, which looks really good. Don't get me wrong, looks great. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Looks really, really awesome. I do, plan on getting it and whatnot. Probably gonna snatch it for my Zarya first, right? Because the new skin in the Battle Pass is probably the only skin in the Battle Pass that's even remotely good, in my opinion. So taking that new skin from the Battle Pass, throwing the Galaxy skin or Galaxy weapon skin on the Zarya gun, boom, clean, 10 out of 10, right? Anyway, but in terms of where the game is now, right? So we got the Galaxy skin, but we have really nothing else other than that, right? I made a video, gosh, towards the beginning of Overwatch 2, and it was about the rewards in the game, weapon skins included. And at that time, we had just received the emerald skin, the green one, right? Which a lot of people really didn't like, if you want to be honest about it. I'm sure that there were people that liked it, but a majority of people that I spoke with, players, on social media, stuff like that, just from seeing comment sections or whatever it is, a lot of players didn't really like the skin. But think about that, how Overwatch 2 drops and we are now on Season 15 of Overwatch 2, and we're just now getting another weapon skin. You know what I mean? We should be on like 7 or 8 weapon skins by this point. We should have a rainbow skin. We should have a translucent skin of some kind, to make the weapons partially invisible or whatever, chrome, right? We already have gold, right? So, but chrome would be good. Sapphire, because I'm a big fan of red, right? But all sorts of different skins is the moral of that statement. At that point, we should be well into 7, 8, 9 weapon skins by now. The game should have more to offer us than simply a gold, which came out in Overwatch 1, a green that looks like throw up, and then now we have the new Galaxy weapon skins, which look really good. I don't really want to focus that much on the weapon skins overall. I've already talked about that in a previous video. I'm going to do an updated video on that, like I said, so just going to move on from that. That's just kind of what it is. It's just unfortunate that we don't have more in that category, It's also unfortunate that, when I left and now here that I'm back, it's still the same. When you level up, you're not really getting much. The weeklies still suck, the event rewards for the perks that's currently on right now. One of the rewards is a Mercy skin, which is, the skin looks cool, it's kind of cute, ducks and stuff like that. But overall, the rewards still suck, Unfortunately, there's nothing in the hero gallery that you really need to spend your free currency on. That's in the battle pass, by the way, on the free and current tracks. The free currency is on both tracks, by the way, but there's nothing in the hero gallery that really would have you wanting to try to farm the free currency. It's just a couple skins, that's it. There's no new titles, there's no new ranked skins that you can buy with it. There's no proficiency icons or badges or whatever it is, sprays, whatever. Like, none of it is still not here. So I left and came back 2 months later, and the game is exactly the same, just with a couple of perks added in. And of course, in normal fashion, because this has always been the case with gaming in general when it comes to competitive gaming, people are going to figure out very quickly what perks are meta, are the best. And some of these perks make these heroes better or meta because of the perk. And so now you're just going to have people, picking the heroes that have the best perks, because why wouldn't they, right? So in any case, it's just meh right now for me, honestly. It's just, it was I wasn't a fan of Overwatch 2 when I left and went to Rivals, and I come back and it's exactly the same. So I want to wrap up everything with a question to Blizzard. Hopefully this can reach them either through social media, the forums, Reddit, whatever it is and whatnot. My question to Blizzard is, why did it take you so long before you decided to get your act together and want the best for this game? And I'm going to leave it on that note. In the comments down below, if you're playing Overwatch currently in Season 15 and you're liking it, let us know why. If you're not liking it, let us know why. I'd like to hear all of the feedback, all of the viewpoints, all of the, the knowledge, the experiences, whatever you got. I want to hear about it, so we can chat about it in the comment section. You guys know I'm very active in the comments, so I'm looking forward to hearing what all of you have to say. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to me rant. I appreciate all of you. Give me a quick follow or sub on here. I do appreciate it. It really, really does help. The second channel's up. A sub there too, if you don't mind, if you would be so kind. I would greatly appreciate you and forever be in your debt. Until next time, my fellow gamers. Ciao.